lines. Let's go in 3, 2, 1.
And we are off here for our third match here in playoffs at Chezy Champs. 694 going for the backside autonomous, putting one coral up and then two algae inside of the barge while their partners work on some coral on either side of the reef. Meanwhile, on blue, they've had a almost identical scoring, in fact, an identical scoring autonomous period, tied 51 all as the drivers take their controls. Now as the real-time scores update showing a slim advantage for the Red Alliance as 294 runs to the opposite side of the field and completes some algae stealing, trying to make sure that their alliance has the advantage when it comes to algae, slamming into 694. The team from New York now breaking away from the collision, headed towards the coral station and getting ready to score once again. Meanwhile, 44-14 competing a mutual coral steal for the Red Alliance. 294 is still searching around for some algae, picking it up, sending it up into the barge. 1678 recovering from being beached on an algae just for a second. Send that one up into the barge. It is incredibly close here, folks. 7 points between these two alliances, 90 seconds left. 44-14 going up to the barge for the Red Alliance. 694 scoring on L3. 42-70 scoring on L4, but not quite making that one. 2 points now the margin. No, we are tied. This score is updating faster than I can even comprehend as 694 scoring the processor for the Red Alliance. 1678 scoring on L2 for the Blue Alliance, and they're going to be finishing out L4 for them as well. 4270 rapidly trying to get as many coral onto that reef as possible, but missing some shots in the process as 3045 bounce a coral off of L3 on the Red Alliance side. 1678 scoring on L3 for the Blue Alliance. 294 are doing the same. 199, 179 in favor of Red. What can the Blue Alliance do to try to take this match back? 1678 scoring on L3. 44-14 doing the same. The World Championship finalists completing L3 now for the Red Alliance. That sound means it's time to climb, folks. 230, 209 in favor of Red still. 294 getting lined up with the cage on the Blue Alliance side. 4270 doing the same. The entire Red Alliance trying to get lined up with the cages. We have a triple climb here on the Red Alliance side. We have a double triple. All 6 robots in the air as time expires on playoff match number 3. scores are in for that match. It is your Red Alliance taking this one, 262-255. A very high-scoring match on both sides of the field. The Red Alliance, your number 2 seed, we're going to be seeing them again in the upper bracket, match number 8. Meanwhile, your Blue Alliance, the number 7 seed, we're going to be seeing them again in match number 6 in the lower bracket. Now it's time for RSN to give us a breakdown of that match.
All right, I believe only 13 points, 14 points separated these two alliances. A super close match, maybe a little closer than we were anticipating. Oh, math, hard.
It's late in the day.
Yeah, so a little bit closer of a match than we were expecting. Walk us through what happened.
Yeah, I think as soon as the match started, you saw 1678, 4270, and 294. They've kind of got their autos that split them up, right? And you got 294 that's going for the backside of that reef. They have a phenomenal auto that's been pretty consistent with pulling those two pieces of algae. Unfortunately, this match, it missed, and I think that had a ripple effect through the flow of the rest of it, because then they had to spend the time to go pick those two game pieces up where they could have been doing some other things, which it's really important to pick those game pieces up because you don't want your the other lines to grab them.
Right, and in chasing those algae, they actually picked up two major fouls, and we see that fouls were a difference in this match. So kind of going off game plan there for Blue in this match, just right out of auto, missing those two and one over, 294 chasing it, and then sort of getting all sorts of discombobulated.
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't be surprised if we see these two alliances back at it later in the bracket.
Yeah, and up next, we have our 3rd seed up against our 6th seed. Super interesting here, we have 9450, the Velocity Raptors. I believe they did a algae stealing auto earlier today. Interested to see if they attempt that in playoffs, and any kind of miss there could set them on the back foot heading into teleop.
I think there was one of the students just over there waving, telling you no, don't say that. Don't tell them. Well, we've been watching.
They only wrote it yesterday, and they've only run it once on the field. So the fact that one actually touched the algae and shifted it a little bit, pretty impressive there. But trying to disrupt their opponents in this match, the Blue Alliance should have a pretty clear game plan. But I said that last time.
Yeah.
Let's see how Autonomous sort of influences how these alliances are able to play at the beginning of teleop. We'll go down to the field for introductions.